Well, hello there, YouTube. I am bombing down some familiar roads, as you might notice. This time of year, as you can probably tell from all my winter videos, I don't go very far. It's too cold to get too far out. You get too far out, and you just get too freaking cold, and then you're left with the horror of having to make your way back. Oh man, I wish you could see St. Helens. Sitting there so clear looking. And old Rainier's doing the same thing. I did do that dual camera thing, and it brought those things in real well. Look, there's the fog bank, if you can make that out, laying in my valley down there. That's why my house is still in fog. It's probably been nice out here all day and I didn't know it. Fog's still laying down there. But anyway, I wanted to start this out by apologizing for going down the same roads all the time. But I've been, I got the Spider. I put a video up on that here yesterday. Well, I put it up on the 20th. Today's the 21st. So I don't know when this will get posted, so I guess I should date that. But anyway, got the Spider, and my mind was just a rush about, the nice weather coming and getting out and going riding, and man, I've been thinking about that a lot anyway, and it's just like almost a psych that the whole Spider thing just kind of out of the clear blue. I just started to ask, if there's an ETA on the Spider F3s coming in, and one thing led to another, and bam. But anyway, well, I was thinking I was on, but the ground was a little farther. You're on the tall motorcycle today, sir. But anyway, it's weird. I've been really just itching about nice weather coming, and I think comments with people we've all been talking about, God, I hope summer comes soon, or we have an early spring, or whatever. Just get out in that riding season again, like ASAP. And then the Spider thing came about, and lo and behold, Triple X Deadhead puts up a video. Him and Gabe go out for a ride, and he starts talking about, going on a road trip this summer. Which reminds me, I seen a little thing flash up on my computer that he commented back, and I never replied. I'm a horrible YouTuber, but I'll promise I'll do that when I get home. But anyway, he's talking about, him and Gabe were talking about going to Yosemite or even Yellowstone, and I think at some point, or maybe I misunderstood, I actually had to go back and look at that. Gabe did correct it and say it was like 1,200 miles for them, but they're thinking, around 300 miles. I'm like, I think Yosemite's farther away for you than it is, Yellowstone's farther away for you than it is me. It's like just about 800 miles for me to get to Yellowstone, and one of the most incredible rides ever. Oh my Lord. You basically go up towards Seattle, cut across, the route I would take would go right over and around Mount Rainier. Not the route I took, a different route. And you go all the way across, you go across Idaho, and you go across Washington, Idaho, and into Montana, and down towards Wyoming, because Yellowstone's right there. It's almost in like a 3-state corner there, sort of. But almost turned too soon. But anyway, all that stuff. Anyway, that drive across there is just incredible. That's some really beautiful stuff. I've gone through that way, and with my parents once, I think we went near Yellowstone, but actually didn't go into the park. I think we went up that way, or maybe I was on a motorcycle ride or something. It was a long time ago. but I know I haven't been into Yellowstone itself, which is a crying shame considering it's 800 miles from me. Anyway, I don't think that Triple X and Gabe are looking to going that far. I think he needs to stay a little closer to home this year. So Yosemite looks like probably the ride, which they were saying about 250 miles, somewhere around there from them, which looking at a map, it almost doesn't look like it's even that far, not even close to that far, but I'd have to map it out to be sure. But for me, it's like 808 miles to Yosemite. But what I would do, and I've been pondering this, and I think I've mentioned it to Rob, and some other people that I've been thinking of, because I haven't been down into California in a while. I've been thinking about taking a motorcycle trip, or maybe spider trip, down to California, and meet up with some of the West Coast boys down in some nicer weather, which by the time I would go, it'd be nice up here too. So, but anyway, that would kind of kill a couple of birds with one stone. Go down into the Bay Area. Triple X and those guys are in the San Jose area, which, looking at a map, you could toss a rock between them. But anyway, that sounds fun to me. That sounds real good to me, and that just kind of sparking this. Oh man, I'm really looking forward to riding season now, just talking about it. So what do you guys think of that? Another meetup. And I haven't spoke with Strip Bolt or his brother about it, and whoever else, because that would probably draw a pretty good crowd. Because as far as I can tell, California is probably the motovlogging capital of the world. I may be totally wrong with that, but it just seems like there's a lot of people from California. So that could gather up a few people. That could be real interesting. And a good old time. And if we got, a bunch of people to meet up, that would be really nice too. That would save me the extra trip south to meet other people. It'd be nice if we kind of all had like a group gathering, instead of me trying to go, multiple places. I don't know how far south because there's only a certain amount of time I have, so I don't know how far south I could go on this trip. I don't know if I'd make it down to the San Diego area. I would love to. There's people down there too. Well, there's people everywhere, but people I'd like to meet. But, that could draw people, everybody could have it always seems like whenever there's something like this to do, it always seems like I'm the one that has to go the farthest to meet up with it. And that seems to be just like a family trait or something. It always seems like, even when I was a kid, we're the ones that had to go halfway across the state to meet up with everybody else. Nobody came to us. It's like, what the hell? And maybe one of these days a group thing will come up north here, but for whatever reason, why you'd want to miss out on seeing a place like this is beyond me. But for some reason, this is not a popular destination, which it would be if you came up, because word would get out quick. But anyway, besides all that, I've been wanting to go to the Bay Area anyway. I love San Francisco. I just love this like an aura the city puts off. It's fun to visit, kick around, go a day or two, and come back home. I usually drive a car down there, and we usually just do it in one shot, you know. Get up at the crack of dark and bail out. God, do you guys see all that moss on the road? I'm gonna bust my ass out here. Wow, that has really grown thick this year. Holy mackerel. Alright, I may be just looking for stuff, but I could have swore when I rolled on there I felt a little slippage in the rear there. I'm sure I'm just looking for it. But, oh man, am I looking forward. Hell, it made me even, I skimmed through, as embarrassing this is, I skimmed through parts of, like each one of, you know, you can go through a video and just kind of bump along and like watch it in like 4 like couple minute segments. I bounced through about 3 of my Utah trip videos just to like inspire me to get psyched, and boy did it ever. I wasn't even going to go out for a ride today because it's just cold and foggy and nasty, and I got up and I said I was going to fly my quadcopter. So I went out and flew my little Hubson, my little microcopter, got that out of my system, and said, I'm taking the DR, I can get it out of the shop quick, I'm going for a ride. Go get it. I was trying to figure out what kind of bird that was. Look how that water has been so high that it was up here moving, mowing the grass over. That's pretty freaking scary. Do you guys see that, where it looked like a flood came through? I'm sure, well, it was flooding. We're at all kinds of flood stages around here. It's nuts. Oh yeah, look at that. Wow, I wish I'd have seen it when it was doing that. Hell, I might have been afraid to get on the bridge. Bridges are known to topple down. Usually you see rocks sections in the center of this. Well, I've stopped here enough times, you guys know what it looks like. So anyway, excited about riding season, excited about doing another meetup. Now if I can swing it, I'd like to do multiple meetups this year. It'd be nice if one did come up this way, because I wouldn't have to invest literally half of my trip just in traveling time. Yeah, that's kind of the bummer to these things, you know. Like with the Durango thing, 4 of the 6 days was just traveling to the place, and then the Utah meetup, 4 of the 7 days was just traveling just to get with everybody. So that kind of takes a whole, and the thing is, you know, I'm just like, you drive straight, you know, 12 hours a day for 2 days in a row, you know, you're not all fresh and spunky, you know, all glad to meet everybody, you know. By then you're just like, hey, how you doing? Let me get a good night's sleep and I'll talk to you tomorrow. But it is what it is. Doesn't make any less fun, that's for sure. I enjoyed the heck out of doing things like that. I don't like having to go do long, boring drives to get to it, though. Is my only caveat there. And that drive from, man, once you leave Portland south to, well, pretty much till you get into the San Francisco area, is one boring drive. Holy crap. It's not as bad as going across that desert of eastern Oregon and going across Idaho. Now that's some stark raving boredom there. just hour after hour, mile after mile, and everything just looks the horrid same. But that's the price you gotta pay to do those kind of things. It's the price you pay to have fun. But like I've said, even though it was a bitch getting there and a bitch getting back, I wouldn't trade it for a minute. And I would literally take off tomorrow and do the same thing. And somebody's going, hey, we're gonna meet up in Zion in 2 days. You gonna be there? Oh, yep, I'll be there. No, I couldn't do that. I just couldn't suddenly take the time off, but nice to dream. But anyway, looking forward to meetups and rides. Really looking forward to it. I'm really pumped for this season. Hell, I was ready for 2015 before 14 was over. I was already tired of the rain in the winter. I'm going, all right, I'm ready for the summer of 15 to hit. Let's go. It's weird, you know, you're getting that repetition of doing something, and all of a sudden somebody pulls the carpet out from under you, and you're like, wait a minute, I want to go for a ride. But seasons change, at least they do up here. But boy, when it comes summertime, it's well worth all this cold, wet, and nasty stuff, because it is some kind of stunning up here. So on that note, I'm looking forward to 15. I hope you get, or the summer of 15, and the riding season. I hope all you guys are too. Unless you live in an area you can ride year round, and then that sucks. No. But anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Take care now. Bye bye.